Hello and welcome to episode 34 of Series 3 of Become a Legend Story Mode. Things have been a bit of a slog, haven't they, recently? It's not been fun playing with PSV, they're not playing well, they're conceding goals like nobody's business. So I took an executive decision and I have played the last 4 games. Eggy somehow managed to not score a single goal or get an assist in any of those games, so nothing to look at, but we did also lose 4-1. I actually didn't play that one, I skipped that one. That was ridiculous. We finished bottom of our Europa League group, it's a disgrace. But then, the wins have come. Vitesse, Excelsior, both away from home, and then a great 3-1 win over Heracles. Sees us sitting pretty in the league. We are looking great, we're in 3rd spot, 32 points. Only 2 points behind first place Feyenoord, and yeah, looking good. We're starting to score some goals. Goal difference still a bit lower than Ajax and Feyenoord, but we look okay, which is going to make the decisions to be made in the next few weeks even more difficult. It's the 29th of December. Christmas has been and gone. Eggy maybe went back to Indonesia for Christmas. I don't know if would he be celebrating Christmas? God, that's really poor. I should know that. But anyway, no matter. It's Christmas in Holland. And now I think it's time for us to get our agent to earn his pennies, earn his money. We're going to put some bids in. We're definitely going to go back to Inter Milan. But if we can't get a move to Inter, then I think we are going to broaden our horizons and maybe look elsewhere. And, a little bit of PSV news. We've signed, is that Chris Willock? Is that ex-Arsenal youngster Chris Willock? It's an interesting signing. Obviously, Eggy did request, he did make it very, very clear in the press that he would need to see recruitment to this PSV side for him to want to stay. Let's go and take a look at that one. It's an odd one. I will grant you that, it's an odd one. 74 rated, okay, he's not amazing. He's pretty quick. He's quick. Yeah, it is Chris Willock, isn't it? Yeah, so, yeah, not that exciting. It's not the quality we wanted, is it? I don't know what the fuck Mara Jr. is doing in there. Eggy, 77 rated, on the bench. I'm not sure what's happened there. It's a clerical error. But despite that, we are going to get Dusan Bogdanovic, our agent, to start getting on the phone. And we know where we're going first. They didn't want us before, but surely they've taken notice of Eggy's incredible season so far. Let's see how we get on. Obviously, we're not going to hear about that before our first game of this episode, which is Willem de. But, come on, please, Dusan, do your best. We want to play in Serie A. I want to play against some of these iconic sides like Juventus, like Roma. Playing for a Scudetto, it's historic, it's story. This is where we want to be. The Eredivision's been good to us, of course it has. But I think we're ready to take a step up. And Serie A sounds like a really interesting move. But PSV are doing okay. We're still well within the grasp of a title run. Eggy's on good form today. Bergwijn's been in great form recently. He's scored some goals. Pereiro, Romero also on good form. Romero's been putting them away. De Jong on the bench. Willem. They've got some decent players, but generally a lot of 60s. This should be a game that we win. So with the transfer window open, you know that the Dutch press is going to be awash with Eggy rumours. An Eggy wash, you could say. And well, I think people probably would have been aware that he showed an interest in Inter Milan in the last window. Didn't get his move, but to be fair to him, he's got his head down, he's played well, he's put in 100% effort this season, and he has been quite outstanding. Will Inter take notice? I mean, if he does stay, it's not the end of the world, because we are doing pretty well. Bergwijn now, Angelino looking to make the overlapping run. Oh, that's nicely worked. Bergwijn cuts back, loses possession, gets it back again. Now Angelino, he put a ball into the box. It's one looking for Maxi Romero, his header, easy save. Oh, Eggy does well to sneak ahead there. Finds Pereiro. He wants it back now. A simple ball inside would be perfect here. He'll get it out of his feet. Oh, and that is some hit. Really well worked. It's been a slow start here at the Philips Stadium. But Eggy, well, he's just been biding his time. He's been smart. He's not been running himself into the ground. It's been a mistake we've made in recent matches. But this was nicely done. Eggy calling for it at just the right time. Onto that left foot. Oh, it's a rocket. It's a howitzer. And Eggy adds to his goal haul for the season. He is still sniffing around that golden boot. He's dropped off a little bit in recent games, but it's still possible. Oh, Eggy. Oh, that's a horror tackle there. Eggy won it back. We are through and go, though. Maxi Romero, can he make it count with a finish? No. Eggy will have done well to walk away from that one. Just snuck in ahead of the defender who didn't like it. Very late challenge. Eggy does get to his feet, though, mercifully. And Maxi Romero with the poked right foot finish is saved. We will have a corner. Over half an hour gone here. Will Willem be able to find their first opportunity of the game? We've had them pinned back for most of this game so far. Angelino gives away the foul there. This could be a good chance for them. Set pieces look to be their most likely chance of scoring, as they've not been able to break us down with the ball at feet. It's going to be Van der Boga to whip this one in. Doesn't make it over the wall. Eggy, great play in the wall there. Solid. Half nearly over here, and it will be an opportunity for another set piece here for Willem. What can they get here? A goal for them now would be great. Oh, can't get the head to it, but it will fall to a Willem player. We will get it away. Will we have chance for a final counter-attack? No, we will not. It's Eggy's goal in the 21st minute that separates the sides. It's not been a great game. Not much to report, except for a very well-hit finish by our boy. Let's keep this going. We need goals. We need to be showing Inter Milan what they could be having. What they could be seeing in their side. If they just say yeah. Just say yes. Say, come on, please. Oh, good ball in. First opportunity for Willem of the second half, and it is well wide. Nothing much else to report, though. Been a slow start to the second half. The home fans seem to be asleep. At least some of them are. Maxi Romero, great header. Nathan can put a ball down the line. Into Bergman, good touch. Eggy wants the short one. That's a great ball. Low ball in. Maxi Romero, great finish from the number 10. And that doubles our advantage here. Lovely ball in. This is some vintage Eggy today. Not being flashy. Not trying to take on too many players, but making these great late runs into the box. And the drilled low cross into the centre finds the goal scorer, Maxi Romero. And yeah, much more comfortable now. Should have maybe a couple more in us. Better work here from Willem. Kolovas can put a ball in. Doesn't make it over Lucasen. We're looking very strong at the back today, but they'll have another chance here through Lewis. Back to Urbanski. Kolovas now. It's another good ball in. And another good defensive header. This is not the PSV we know and love. We seem to be able to defend and score goals. Lewis now. Spell of possession here for Willem. Crew at the far post. Oh my God, that is unfortunate. Did he mean to do that? I don't know. And suddenly we were looking comfortable. And now, well, no, we do not like 2-1 as a scoreline. I don't know if that got a touch off Pereiro, but it's over the head of Zoot, who falls calamitously into his own net. So corner here for Willem. Let's not do this. We're on a great run. Let's not throw this one away against inferior opposition. Ball into the box. We get the header on and Eggy can bring it away. Can we get men forward for a final counter here? It's only Maxi Romero and Eggy really. If we can draw this left-hand defender, then we should be able to find Maxi, who's gone outside. Eggy goes inside. Away from one. Finish it. Yes. Lovely play. Lovely play. He's tired as well. So that's extra special. Eggy just found a little bit left in the tank to beat the final man. Great running from Maxi Romero. The dummy run. A cross in. Drawing the defenders away. He had to go with the defender there, leaving the left-hand centre-back to have to deal with Eggy. Eggy steps inside, and it's a very cool, calm, collected, outside of the boot, left-footed finish to get his second goal of the game to add to the assist. And he has been in blistering form, and that really is him back in the goals. And that was far too easy, away from the defender. He'll be tired too. Eggy showing great stamina and lovely finishing. On ball, looking for Maxi Romero. Hendricks, ball wide. That's a great pass. Romero looks for Eggy. It goes to Pereiro. Oh, he's taken out in the box. Penalty. Come on. You've got to let us take this, Angelino. If you're on pens and you don't give this to Eggy, then you are a horrible man. Eggy's on a hat-trick here. He gets to take this penalty. Angelino is now on free kick duties permanently. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was on penalties as well. If he was Mo Salah and Eggy was Firmino, well, he would be handing it over now because he's such a great guy. Yes. Oh, no, it's fucking Bentaleb. Of course it is. And he's going to miss it, isn't he? Oh, he's actually scored it. Fair enough. But that is a dick move now, Bill. I know you need your confidence back. I don't know how you're still on penalties. But at least he scored it. At least he scored it this time. Does that count as assist for Eggy? I know it does in fantasy football. I don't think it will in this. That's a good pen, finally. He's obviously been practicing. Oh, dear. And Eggy has been injured by that challenge. It didn't look that bad. He seemed to walk it off. But that doesn't bode well, does it? Could come back from it. Didn't look to be an awful challenge. He wasn't stretchered off. He hasn't had an injury in a while. He's got some rough treatment in this game. Well, at least we know the game is won and Eggy's already done the damage to Willem. But they've come back with a little bit of damage of their own. And he does get targeted. And I don't think that's going to get any better if he does go to Serie A. Oh, and the substitute De Jong makes it 5. And PSV in fine form today. But Eggy, what will we see for Eggy? Is he going to be playing in the next game? Maybe a little time off over the transfer window wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He can go for some meetings and stuff. Well, that was dominant. That is the performances we should be putting in at home. Haven't quite been able to manage. He gets a 7.5. That is tight. 2 goals and an assist and a penalty 1. I mean, that should be at least an 8. That is really, really tight. Gets man of the match, though. It's a good game. Well played, well played. Is he hurt, though? So 5-1, much, much better, and we stay level with Ajax, and that really is helping our goal difference as well. We're almost level with Ajax on goal difference. AZ, just a little bit behind. The familiar 4 at the top have started to gain a little ground over the rest of them. AZ were above us, I think we finished 4th, didn't we? So we're on track to be in the conversation come the end of the season. Eggy, 15 goals and 24 appearances. He's slightly dropped off a little bit. 6.4 average rating is disappointing, I have to say, but a lot of that will be from the skipped games. And we did have some 4.5s, didn't we? That's never helped. So let's find out. How bad was that injury? Also, are Inter Milan interested? I think we'll probably find out both at this. Oh no, Inter straight back. Very quick. And we're out till February, for fuck's sake. And Inter's broken down. Well, this will allow us now to concentrate on the transfer window. I don't quite know how this is going to work, though. Annoyingly now, we can't put in another bid for Inter until we've progressed a day. But we can't just progress one day. We have to wait until the 11th to try again. So yeah, Inter not happening. I guess in the meantime, then, we need to find another side to move to. As we haven't retrained our positions, we are going to need somewhere with an attacking midfield position. Somewhere in the Prem, maybe? I mean, we're good enough for any side, really, I would say. Everton is always one that has interested me. They do play with an attacking midfielder, Gylfi Sigurdsson. I think we're definitely a good long-term replacement for him. Definitely be interested to see who's doing what in every league at the moment. Let's take a look at the Premier League. Everton in 4th. 9 points off Manchester City. We could get them into Europe. That would be worth a go, wouldn't it? Maybe that would be worth a go. Italy is the other real league that I'd like to play in. Probably don't want to take them to England. Oh, Inter are top of the league. Oh, by a long way as well. No wonder they don't want to sign him. They're absolutely cruising. We could try again for Inter. It's definitely the one that took our fancy the most. What about La Liga? Let's go Madrid. Oh, it's a nice tight top of the league there. Let's go Madrid was the other one that we looked at. Those are the calibre of teams that we want to be looking at. I think Everton and Atletico Madrid both interest me. Let's take a look at Atletico. How do they play? They don't have an attacking midfielder. That is the issue. I feel like it's a team we could get into in the centre. You know, or maybe as a second striker. We've got Correa playing up top. Well, I mean, we're only really putting in a bid now because we don't want to waste the few days in between today and the next time we'd be able to put a bid in for Inter. So I'm going to put a transfer request in for Everton, which I think could be a really interesting choice. And keep moving. We're not playing until next month, so we're going to get through the transfer window now. I think this might be a really short episode because there needs to be a decision made at the end of this window, assuming we have a team to go to. Okay, so that's worked well. We haven't wasted any time there. And Everton is an option. Ooh, that is interesting. Right, well, we're going to go back in for Inter. They're top of the league. We could stroll into what looks to be a guaranteed league-winning side, which we didn't expect. I don't know if Inter are still in the Champions League. I suppose we could check. Assume they're in the Champions League. Are they out of the group stages now? Yeah, they have made their way out of the group stage. Are they into the knockouts yet? No, they're playing Real Madrid in the first knockout round. So we would be going to a team who are in incredible form this season. Let's just remind ourselves of who we'd be going up against if we did go to Inter. As we know, there are a lot of good connections for Regi. It just makes sense for him to go there. There's Indonesian owners. They play 2 attacking midfielders. Could be playing alongside fellow Indonesian Nainggolan. I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. We can get in this team. We can definitely play there. I don't know who else they play at attacking mid. I mean, I don't know how they're doing so well. But it'd be great to play with Balde and Perisic either side of us. I mean, Brozovic. Oh, I mean, Nainggolan playing in central midfield behind us would be great. They've got Lautaro Martinez up top. They've got real quality. They've got James Collins. They've got real quality elsewhere. Okay, well, we've got to give them another go. They didn't seem interested. It may well be because they're just doing so well this season. Let's find out. So, only a few days later, what is the... Oh, Inter has gone through as well. Wow, 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 wow. So it has just occurred to me that, well, actually, Gabby was at Everton, wasn't he? I mean, that doesn't quite... That sort of ruins it a bit for me. I don't want to go to a team we've been at before. I noticed that Tottenham do play with 2 attacking midfielders, as Inter Milan do. They've got Kovacic in now, interesting signing. They've got George Kevin is playing, Ericsson at left mid. It's a bit of a weird formation. They've still got all of their good players. They've not really sold anyone in particular. They've got Lucas Moura still. I mean, we'll just keep our options open, so we'll try it. Oh, but what I forgot to mention about Tottenham is they are in 9th, although they're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're 8 points off Everton, 10 points off Arsenal. It's halfway through the season. They've conceded a hell of a lot of goals, like a ridiculous amount of goals, like a PSV level amount of goals. But they're scoring goals for fun, so maybe Eggy isn't the right signing for him. It'll still be an interesting challenge. I mean, the mistake that we made and what I should have really done is trained Eggy up as another position. We said we were going to do it. I've messed around and didn't do it for so long. It is now reducing our options. I mean, Inter's the one we wanted. I've got to say, it feels slightly less exciting knowing they are top of the league by a long way. But hey, who wouldn't love a winner's medal? Especially if we can get some game time. We can't really complain about that. They do want us there, and it looks like there would be a starting position in that team if we were able to battle our way into it. Although, as we've seen there, PSV continuing to win. Spurs are broken down. That's probably for the best. PSV are now only 2 points away from Feyenoord as we make our way through January. Sticking around has got to be tempting. It's really got to be tempting. But having said that about his positioning, he can play as a left or right winger. It is a fake green box, but it is a green box nonetheless. We could learn to play there. Chelsea could be an interesting option. They're currently sitting in 2nd. And they play with wingers. And let's take a look at who they could play out there. I mean, they've got Martinez, Pedro as an option, Willian as an option. They've got Hudson-Odoi on the bench, who we're better than. They've not really changed their team up too much. They've brought in Bailly. They're playing well, and to play alongside Eden Hazard certainly be an interesting one. Let's put in a request to Chelsea as well. We're really whoring ourselves around. Got quite a few days left till the end of the window as well. Without any games to play, we can just keep strolling through this. But how will PSV continue to play? They're up against NAC Breda today. We're still recovering from this stupid injury. Let's see how we get on. Away from home. Will the wins continue for PSV? Yes, they will. 4-1. We're absolutely flying now. 5 points now ahead of Ajax. 2 points behind Feyenoord, who don't seem to be dropping points. We've scored exactly the same amount of goals. We've lost the same amount of games. Could go down to the wire between these two sides. Do we not want to be there to see it happen? For the sake of half a season? I don't know. Well, it's going to go to the Patreon vote. This is my last opportunity to plug the Patreon. If you want to have a hand in this incredibly important decision, whether we stay at PSV or whether we move on, then all you've got to do is donate $1 a month. You could just do it for 1 month if you wanted to. That would be fine, and then you could cancel and you'd get to make this vote, this vital vote, and we've won again against AZ, a huge match. And we're top of the league. Oh my God. This has suddenly become an incredibly difficult decision. Really, really tough decision to make now. Well, as I said, if you want to become a patron, there's so many other great things. Obviously, you're supporting me as a content creator. Chelsea's broken down. Interesting. Do we try and get in another one before the end of the window? Or do we stick with what we've got as offers? We've got Everton. We've got Inter. Inter offering us 3.1 million. Spalletti wants to bring us in to just 100% secure the Scudetto this season. It looks to already be well on. Well, there you go. Those are the choices. Everton to try and get them into Europe. We've been there before with Gabby. I wouldn't mind going back to Everton. It's a club I really like. I think Gabby would fit in well there. Or Inter, with all the connections, with a chance to win the league, to play in Europe next season. Will he get in the side? I don't know. Or PSV. Eggy is on for the golden boot. PSV are now top of the league. with less than half a season to go. It's an absolutely colossal vote, one of the most exciting and should be one of the closest in the history of PES Story Mode. As I said, if you want to get involved, if you want to have your say, then you can become a patron just as easily as clicking on the link in the description. And yeah, $1 a month, it's what, a coffee? Imagine you were buying me a coffee to say thanks for all these great episodes. But not only that, you get to vote and you get to make the decisions on Eggy's career. So if that interests you, then great. If not, then just let me know in the comments what you think. And I would never judge anyone for not donating. I know some of you can't afford it, of course. That doesn't matter to me. I love you all. I love all your comments and all your views and likes. That's all I care about, really. But patrons, you know you're getting to make this huge decision. So it's up to you. And well, I'm looking forward to seeing how the vote goes. Hope you are too. I'll see you in a bit.